We love getting your questions, so we want you to keep them coming via Facebook, Twitter, and on our webpage. Who knows, we might just answer your question here in the studio audience next. Welcome back to the Daily Helpline. Miles and I are joined today by the incredibly talented performer Brandy, who has been helping us to give some fabulous advice to Shae Lynn. Now, Shae Lynn manages a performing career of her 8-year-old daughter, Kiara Rose, and she's wondering how to help her daughter make it big while being the best mother that she can be at the same time. So, Shae Lynn, one of the things that I do want to ask you is, what kind of boundaries have you set up between being a mom and being a manager?
So I definitely try to set limits, especially, you know, with her becoming a pre-tween. She definitely has a lot of attitude.
So, a pre-tween?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, I know you probably haven't heard of that, but
Never.
I feel like she's very mature for her age.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, she's already talking about dating and marriage, and she's only 8 years old.
If you could be her daughter and drop a message in that mom may need to hear, what would you say to her?
Well, see, it's a little bit different for me because at her age, I wanted it. I wanted it so badly. I went after, I had a plan, I had a vision for myself, and my mom then supported me. But it seems as though it's almost like you're living vicariously through your child. And I'm not trying to disrespect you in any way. It seems like you want it more for her than she does. It's very difficult. I feel that you should wait and really start focusing on education, start focusing on character development, setting boundaries, and let the career stuff come later. And when the career stuff comes, if, you know, this is something that she chooses to do, entertainment is something that she chooses to do, you don't need to manage her. You don't need to manage her. And you have to have someone else handle that part of her life. And I hope I'm connecting with you, because this is a very hard topic for me to talk about, you know, because I've been through a lot in this area with my life and with, you know, my relationship with my mom. We've had ups and downs. We're good now. We fixed it. But it was a lot that we had to come through, you know, because it's hard being a mom, being a manager. It's hard being a daughter and a client. It really is. It's difficult.
What is it like for you to hear this?
It does make sense, and yeah, I mean, as much as, you know, I'm just trying to be a supportive mother, and I, you know, thought that this was, you know, a way of supporting her, you know, and showing my love towards her rather than, you know, buying her a bunch of gifts and toys, which is what she usually asks for. So this is a way for us to reconnect and actually bond, you know.
It's a difference between pressure and support. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And I want you to stop and say, whose dream is this? What did she do and what have I done? And if the list of what you have done far outweighs what she's done on this, then we have to ask, whose dream is this really? Whose dream?
I guess it's my dream to make her dream come true.
No.
No, it's your dream through her to make your dream come true.
And that's hard. That's hard. I know. I know it's tough love.
I applaud you showing up and your vulnerability, because this is a hard one, and I think most people would have really pushed back on it, and you did for a minute. You gave us some pushback, but if you were to leave with anything today, it's the awareness that your dream is clouding your vision as a mother, and this is really common for parents, because I mean, it's way more common than you'll ever know. And so I don't want you to feel alone in this, but most people don't wake up and are aware of it until it's 20 years down the road and your relationship is really strained.
I thank you so much for being here and sharing your story.
Thank you.
Okay. There's more with the Daily Helpline and Brandy when we come back right after these messages. We love getting your questions, so we want you to keep them coming via Facebook, Twitter, and on our webpage. Who knows, we might just answer your question here in the studio audience next.